So once your first ladle absorbs, move on to the next one. And once you've made risotto, you will not go back. Trust me. It is such an addictive, amazing dish. And it could be a main dish as well too, especially if you're a vegetarian, or, you know, it's a great hearty dish. And you can add anything to it. We're gonna add a little bit of saffron and some shiitake mushrooms here in a minute to make it a real rustic hearty dish. So this is finished cooking, and I'm just gonna set it aside and let it rest until our risotto is ready. Stick it over here. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut off these little strings that we had tied on. It's real easy, you just don't want anyone biting into them. And just a quick chop. And there we go. This looks nice and juicy and moist. I'm excited, I can't wait to cut into this. And we've let it rest long enough that it'll still retain a lot of that juice and moisture. Once we cut into it, you'll see. I'm just gonna add the juices of that pork to the same pan that we seared it off in, and I'm just gonna make a real quick stock. Go ahead. And I'm gonna bring this up to a boil, and I'm scraping up all the brown bits in the pan. So it's just gonna be a real easy sauce. So let that come up to a boil. It'll just take a couple minutes while everything else comes together. It's going to be delicious. Okay. Then for this risotto, I'm gonna add some saffron. And saffron, you may not know, is the most expensive spice in the world. It's actually like the pistons of these flowers. You don't need a lot of them. They pack a lot of punch. So I'm just gonna take a pinch of the saffron. Just a pinch, and I'm gonna add that into our risotto. And that'll give it a really intense flavor. Okay, this is coming up to a nice boil. Now while this is, it's come to a boil, I'm just gonna add a splash of Marsala cooking wine, and that's it. And I'm gonna let that come back up to a boil, and I'm gonna let it reduce just about by half, and it's gonna be this really thick, intense sauce for this pork. And it'll only take a couple of minutes. Just about to the final stages now. Once this sauce has been reduced by half, as you can see, I'm just gonna turn off the heat and add a pat of butter, and that's it. I'm just gonna let it stand, and that's gonna thicken it up, and I'm gonna pour that right over the pork. It's gonna be outstanding. It's the best way to make a sauce. With this risotto, I'm gonna add just about a handful of Parmesan cheese. A little more salt and pepper. And I'm gonna finish it with a little bit of cream. Delicious. And we're just about ready to eat. I'm just gonna slice them on the bias. And you can see how pretty that looks. Nice and pink. And it kind of has like that nice spiral look to it. And this is a healthy dish. You're getting your vegetables inside of your protein. Nice and moist this turned out. I'm really pleased with it. Okay, and we'll plate up. And the risotto. So we finished it with some cream, some Parmesan cheese, infused it with a little saffron. Again, you could put anything you wanted into this. Mushrooms, asparagus. It's a great vessel for all sorts of vegetables. But this is one of the most savory side dishes and just so satisfying. Okay, and now the best part obviously is to eat the fruits of our labor. So let me try and bite into this pork. Mmm. It's really moist, it's really succulent. You can really taste all those flavors, the spinach, the sun-dried tomatoes, the feta cheese. It's that perfect balance. Now let me try this risotto. Mmm. Oh my gosh, the consistency is perfect. It was worth all the effort. It's creamy, it's silky, it's decadent. It's the perfect accompaniment to this pork, and I hope you like it just as much as I do. We'll see you next time.